So you have your glass turning black. Next we're going to begin to disassemble this unit. I am going to show you the inner workings of how it works, why it works, what caused this problem, and how to address it. So before I go any further, the next process is to adjust the pilot into a more blue burning pilot, because in my case I have way too much pilot and it's way too orange, and that is why I have the soot buildup that I have on my glass. So before I bother cleaning anything, I need to make sure the pilot is properly adjusted, and I'm going to show you how to do that next. So what I'm showing you is, you can see I have quite a voracious pilot going on here. It's very important that the pilot is completely functioning the way it's supposed to. There's a hood that fits over it, and it deflects the flame to a thermopile and a thermocouple. And what a thermocouple does is, it's a little electrical generator, and it uses the Peltier effect of dissimilar metals to create a ionic exchange to build milliamps, and that's what drives your gas valve. And then the thermopile is actually what's driving your gas valve. It's a whole bunch of thermocouples that have been put together and, you know, kind of bundled up, that actually makes more power. So I think that's what's driving your gas valve. And the gas valve has a little electric magnet kind of thing in it. As long as there's power going to that, it remains open. If there's not enough power being generated, it will close, you'll hear a click, and the valve will shut off. So what I'm going to do is demonstrate all that to you, and how that works as I begin to adjust the pilot. And what I'm trying to do is bring the pilot down to the least amount possible, yet still keep the valve active and open. So this is a Citnova 820 gas valve. It's very common that we're looking at here. This is actually a modulating valve. It's got a high and a low here for the flame height when the unit's running, and then this is your pilot control on off, and then you have your electrical control here for the thermal pile, which connects to that, and literally I think is driving the valve. And then you have the thermostat connection, which, as you can see here, there's a splice. That's always a problem. That should be soldered together. It's virtually impossible to get a really good connection without soldering them. It's low voltage. So anyhow, this is thermostatically controlled, and ideally I was going to put a remote control in here. So when we pulled this, it wasn't quite long enough, so it's kind of unfortunate, but that is a major problem there. But let's go ahead, we'll adjust this. As you can see, the pilot's running high. Turning clockwise turns it down. Turning counterclock turns it up. Now I'm going to continue to turn it until I hear a click. And you just turn it down and wait. And what I'm connected to is, I'm using a straight edge screwdriver connected to the brass screw directly below on the bottom of the valve. Depending on how the valve is installed, it's going to either be on your top or the bottom. It's exposed. It's in your manual. It tells you how to adjust it. I'm going to turn it down a little bit more and see if it'll stay running. As soon as we hit a click like that and it just shut off, we're too low. So you go the opposite direction that you just went, 1/4 turn. Take, turn it so it's on pilot, push it in, restart, to on, let it run. You see, just even barely touch it, and it changes. I mean, I don't even have to turn it, I just touch the end of the screwdriver, and that's how delicate it is. So you just keep backing it off. Let it adjust. If you don't hear a click, back it down a smidge. I'm just moving not even a 32nd of a turn. There you go. So, I'll back it up a little bit. That's as far as this goes. When I clean it out, I am going to clean the thermopile and the thermocouple and everything, clean the glass. I'll show you how to do that next. Put it all back together and see how it's burning. Could be the log set impinging on the pilot. There's a lot of variations that can cause soot. We're going to open it up and see if we can figure out what the problem is. So, stay tuned.